All right, we made it back to Mississippi today. We are at a Corps of Engineers campground, Twitchley something or other. Greg is about to probably chop his toes off, so we're gonna be laid out even more. He seems to think he's going to be able to chop this wood we got out of the woods.
This is a big piece. I don't think my axe is right.
Watch your toes.
See that?
Impressive.
One-footed. Alright everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we leave Biloxi, Mississippi, head to Montgomery, Alabama to see a couple friends for a couple nights, and then we head down to the Florida Panhandle, stay there for a couple nights, and really we're just trying to kill time during this entire portion of the video before we have to head back west and north to Jackson, and that is where we'll be on the 28th of February for my post-op appointment, and then we're going to figure out what to do next. Okay, so once again, don't have any high expectations for this video. There's really not a whole lot in Alabama as far as footage that we can show you. We didn't spend a whole lot of time there. Really, this past week and a half, 2 weeks, has been just a matter of us killing time and waiting to head back west to go to Jackson for my post-op appointment. So we've left the Jeep back in Jackson after we decided to leave and kind of do this loop. It's worked out okay. There are certain times where we've missed having that extra vehicle, but thankfully it's worked out, and we're just kind of waiting to see what's in store for us next. Not particularly proud of these videos that we've put out the past couple times. There just isn't a whole lot of great stuff to show you. We are definitely missing being out west, but also excited to push to North Carolina and then kind of make our way up the Appalachian Trail, where I'm going to reconnect with a lot of people and hopefully do some trail magic and stuff like that. So looking forward to that. We obviously had to cancel our reservations down in Key West, so I'm not sure if we're going to make it out there or not. We'll know probably in the next couple days, but here's the little that we do have of Alabama and the Florida Panhandle as we waited out the last few weeks. Okay, officially in Alabama. We headed north to Montgomery. Definitely not one of my favorite places to visit. I've been here many times, but we do have good friends here that we're wanting to see, so we made the trek up here. I think 3 hours with my leg in the downward position has definitely taken its toll. It feels like it's going to explode with all the blood rushing down there, but hoping to elevate it. We're not going to stay here long, only 2 nights probably. See our friends Mark and Wendy, who we met in Germany when we were both pretty new to the Air Force, and then my buddy Rick, who is an OSI agent, and he did a lot of good stuff and donated quite a bit to the charity during my Appalachian Trail thru hike, so I definitely want to see him.
Hi guys, we've made it to Alabama. We're currently staying at Fort Toulouse, Fort Jackson National Historic Park outside of Wetumpka. We have friends that live in the area, so we're just taking a couple of days here for Greg to rest and recover. It's the first time that we're out of a hotel for him, so it's a little interesting watching him hobble around and try to cram himself and get comfortable in the van. While he's in there going stir crazy, I'm out walking the dog, seeing the sights here. There are remains of several old forts dating back to the 1770s, I believe. French and American both. I believe there's some Creek Indian old housing artifacts and things like that, a burial mound. Trinity and I will be exploring today, and hopefully we'll get some good footage or photos for you. More to come. When I was out here yesterday, they had some actors, reenactors, what have you, giving some history lessons. And I was told that when they initially built the fort, they had a crew of 1,000 men, and they were able to build the moat and the fort by hand within 2 weeks, which is absolutely amazing to me. There's still remnants here. There is some water over in this part. But he also said, I think this is the third site of the fort. There were two others over on the river at various times throughout the 1700s, and I guess they got undercut. And then they finally decided to move a little bit inland to this current site. Here's a better view of part of the moat that currently has water in it. Let's see what else I have here. It's fun.
Putting away groceries. No, buddy. Why don't you help out?
Got some bread and some brownies for Mark and Wendy.
You've taken flight, worlds below, diminishing and clear. Whisper in your ear. You can fly like the angels. You can live like a fairy tale. Galaxies and midnight roadways, endless where you are.
Go. Action.
Greg, we got you this shirt.
Okay, this was going to be part of the next video. We're technically in Alabama, but they heard what happened. This is a picture
Anti-curb.
of a parking curb that I tripped over and broke my knee. So they were nice enough to give me this awesome t-shirt. Mark and Wendy.
Fuck Joe Biden.
Spread away.
Alright, our visit to Pensacola continues. We stayed up at the Navy base for 2 days, and now we're down at Fort Pickens at the Gulf Islands National Seashore for 2 nights. Not sure what to expect, but hopefully we'll have a good time.
Well, Jess is trying to salvage this trip a little bit. We are at the Fort Pickens National Seashore, right outside Pensacola Beach. Staying at the campground on the National Park Service area for 2 nights. I get to just sit here. But managed to get the bikes down. She's gonna go explore the fort. We drove through it. It looked pretty cool. So we'll see. Come, buddy. You gonna just chill with me?
Unfortunately, again, I'm out exploring on my own while poor Greg is laid up with his broken leg. I jumped on the bike today and just going to go explore what Fort Pickens has to offer. First stop is one of the numerous batteries here on the site. all settled in for the night. We're spending 2 days at the Gulf Islands National Seashore in Pensacola, at Fort Pickens. Left Greg behind today, went exploring on the bike, checking out the fort and the other defenses which date back to the Civil War. And then the pups and I went exploring on some of the hiking trails. Unfortunately, they're not allowed on the beach, and trying to figure out how we can get Greg down to the beach tomorrow so he can do some relaxing with the rest of us. Just picked up some shrimp po' boys from Flounders. We should have gone in. It looked like it was pretty dog friendly, but just grabbing a bite to eat and then headed to the beach.
Do you want some? Do you want some? Or you want to go to the beach?
We are at Langdon Beach at Fort Pickens, Gulf Islands National Seashore. Beautiful day, perfect temperature, just a little humid.
The dogs are back right there,
Hopefully behaving.
enjoying the AC. Alright, wrapping up our time here in the Gulf Islands National Seashore, heading back towards Jackson for an appointment in a few days. Not crazy about the humidity here, but people were extremely friendly. Shout out to Matt and Marina, who we met, who were next to us. They spent some time with us and invited us to Indiana if we make our way there. But other than that, that's it. Heading back to Jackson. Don't want to go, but probably smart to do so, and then we'll figure out what our next move is from there. Alright, pretty amazing what driving in less than 2 hours from the coast will do. So last night in Alabama, we're at a place called Lenore Landing. It's a U.S. Army Corps of Engineers campground, which typically we usually like. We're the only ones here, and it's free right on the river, as you can see. But lots of trash around right now, so Jess is going around and picking up all the trash, cleaning up our campsite a little bit. No longer humid. It's in the 40s, which I prefer. So it's nice to be out of the humidity and back into the woods and the forest. Last night. not much for Alabama. There's a little bit of Florida sprinkled in there because there's not much in Alabama. But we're heading back to Jackson tomorrow. We're back in Mississippi tonight, and we'll see what happens after Monday's appointment and what we're gonna do. Happy trails.
Catch you in the next one.
Oh boy.